I know, the third Ronnie. I've got Watty in the comments saying, good morning, Ronnie lad. Keith Waterson, and it's good night from me. I know, listen, you can take the piss as much as you want, but I need to wear these to reflect the screen while my eyes a little bit sore. All right. I used to get likened to Fletch from Porridge, actually, back in the day. Massive compliment that. When you think that I used to get Gaza when I was 15 with the blonde hair. Anyway, what we're talking about, we are talking about Richard Hughes at Bournemouth. You'll have seen some reports about him being linked with Liverpool yesterday. Not the first time. Thought we'd have a look at it, see where it comes from. Didn't get the opportunity to touch on it yesterday because obviously I did all those videos yesterday. Basically, the Mail Online. And to be honest with you, the Mail, regardless of your political views, you know, for the main stuff in the paper, if that makes sense. For the football, it's pretty good, depending on who you read. This is by Sammy Mockbell. And he said, is it a he or is it a she? Well, you don't know anyway, do you? Could be called fucking Michael or Mick or Dave, and it could still be a woman. You don't know what's going on down there these days. You fucking hell, I'd hate to be a young lad going out in a nightclub these days. Imagine that 2 o'clock in the morning, have a little, like, you know, a little grow up and a squeeze and a dance on dance floor, last song and all that. And you put your hand down it. What? Don't know, do you? I mean, I'll try anything once, but fucking hell. Liverpool and Roma are interested in Bournemouth's Richard Hughes, with the cherished chief set to leave the Vitality Stadium ahead of next season amid admiring glances from rival clubs. There's some bits in this that I want to single out, actually. Multiple sources. Oh, that means the journalist wants you to really pay attention, right? Multiple sources. It's not just me saying it, it's multiple, right? Multiple sources have told Mail Sport there is a growing resignation at the Vitality Stadium that Hughes will leave the club. I got that one wrong there. Club. Rafa Benitez. Here for sure. Club. The club. We'll leave the club. We should only do the club when we're talking about Liverpool, I think. Ahead of next season, amid admiring glances from rival clubs, Simon Francis, who currently holds the role as assistant first team technical director, would be the contender to replace Hughes, whose potential exit will alert clubs across Europe, given his reputation as one of the shrewdest recruitment specialists in English football. Statement of fact here by said journalist. Liverpool have an interest in Hughes as they look to replace Boy George, who left his role in January. Michael Edwards, who previously held the role as Liverpool's sporting director, is the Anfield club's first choice, but he is known to be reluctant to return to Merseyside. I don't think that's a true statement anymore. I think the door is open on a return. Now, I do believe the latest claims and suggestions. You know, the first time he was linked with us when all this kicked off a few weeks back, I just thought that was absolute nonsense because I knew they'd get rebuffed. And I thought it was more of a propaganda, more of, oh, we tried to bring him back. But now the door has been left open, and people that I trust within the club are saying that, let me be specific what they're saying. It was yesterday's video, wasn't it? I need to look it up. It's on the members. Oh, I ain't got my fucking password. No, I want to. You're going to have to wait because I want to be right. I want to be right. You know what my memories say? Executive Lounge, credible chatter from within the club, page 1. Edwards very much open to a return, but he wants complete control of all football-related matters if he was to come back. The owners have not dismissed it out of hand. I went over this in a video yesterday, and I'll very briefly say that I think the complete control thing isn't him giving it large. I want complete control. I think it's because he's been undermined before on decisions within the club, and he wants to know that, look, if I'm coming back, if I'm going to work for you, then I don't want people that shouldn't be undermining me. That's what I think that's about, okay? So the Mail said that he's reluctant to return, but I don't believe that as of today's date, okay? So sorry for a little delay there. I'd like to be very specific with what I say. Intriguingly, however, Edwards is understood to have a close relationship with Hughes and is known to rate the Cherries administrator as a top transfer operator. And that's part of the reason I wanted to bring that to your attention in this video, because I believe that. I think there has been, I don't know, something between Edwards Hughes before contact, whether it's in the working capacity or a friends. I don't know. I don't know if they are friends. But I know that there has been at least one occasion when they've been in each other's company, which sounds a bit strange, but you know what I mean. So, but I wouldn't know if they're like pally or whether it's just like a working friendship kind of thing. But I think it's important. And the reason I think it's important is because there's been suggestions that maybe Edwards could return to Anfield, not specifically as a sporting director, but a new sort of like higher up the chain thing, with someone else working underneath him. And that's why I think it was important just to mention that to you. Now, the next important part I want to mention to you from this article is the next claim, which says Liverpool's summer recruitment plans are currently being led by Dave Fallows and Barry Hunter. Fallows, the head of recruitment, and Hunter, chief scout, are finalising Liverpool's transfer plans. Finalising. What does finalising mean? Concluding, wrapping up, yeah? In the absence of a full-time sporting director. With Jurgen Klopp leaving in the summer, there are concerns the appointment of a new manager and sporting director may lead to a delay in finalising the club's approach to the summer market. But it is understood Liverpool are unlikely to veer too drastically away, spelt too wrong there, should be double O. Too drastically away from their predetermined list of targets amid concerns their plans could change once key appointments are made. This just sounds like complete nonsense to me. You know, I've said for a few weeks, don't pay too much attention to, transfer speculation, transfer rumours. Liverpool are closing in on, Liverpool want to sign. Because how the fuck can they do that? They're not going to spend zillions of pounds, on players that the new manager might not want. There's no sporting director, there's no new manager. So yes, the scouting network, if you like, recruitment, will be doing their normal groundwork and compiling dossiers and information and recommendations as they would, for any manager. And I'm sure they'll still be put on Jurgen Klopp's desk, who will be, perusing that, looking at that, and going, right. And because at some point, Jurgen will have a conversation with the next manager and say, well, this is what was recommended to me, what do you think? This is what I think, etc., etc. But to suggest that they are finalising a so-called predetermined list of transfers, I find complete nonsense. And then, of course, there is the disclaimer in that, isn't there, from this journalist that says, but they won't veer too far away. Well, they're either finalising it or they're not. I mean, what do you mean? Let me read that bit again, fucking idiot. Are finalising Liverpool's transfer plans, but it is understood Liverpool are unlikely to veer too drastically away from their predetermined list of targets. Listen, youth players, fine, yes. But predetermined list of targets, and this is when we've had Pedro Neto, for example, we spoke about him many, many times. This is the sort of player that Jurgen Klopp would like, right? But those long time links, will it happen, won't it happen? Multiple players you could think of, but Pedro Neto is one of them. Jurgen's leaving, so why? If I see articles today saying Liverpool, going to make a bid for Pedro Neto in the summer, I'd never believe that in a million fucking years. But I would have done if Jurgen Klopp was still the manager. So all that group of players, listen, new players linked every day. But what I'm talking about is that group of players. There's always, 2 or 3 players that are continually linked with you for years and years and years. Those ones, that refreshes, in my opinion. I think the new manager comes in and whatever. Don't get me wrong. If Liverpool Football Club agree a deal in principle, not in principle, but more or less set in stone, but can't announce it kind of thing, then it's obvious that there are going to be conversations between recruitment and the new manager. But that article, I think, sounds a load of wank, to be honest with you. With those couple of pointers, But I did want to, there was the key points of that article was to bring it to your attention about Richard Hughes, who has been linked with us before. Roma is said to be interested in him, which always, when there's another club thrown into the equation, that's when my guard goes up a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, I think, is that now, a message to Liverpool, like, hey, if you want to move for him, you really should think about it, because Roma are also interested. If it was just categorically Liverpool, gives it more strength to me. When they have another club or more clubs, it makes me suspicious and makes me wonder why I'm reading that or hearing that. So just to very briefly recap, Michael Edwards reluctant to return to Merseyside. I don't believe that as of today's date. Edwards understood to have a close relationship with Hughes. I do believe there's some truth in that, but I'm not sure if they're just friends within the game, networking, or whether they're I did not say game, I was saying, or whether they are, friends outside the game. You know what I mean? Anyway, and the other point, of course, was this comment about the recruitment plans being led by Dave Fallows and Barry Hunter, finalising the club's approach to the summer market. It's understood Liverpool are unlikely to veer too drastically away, blah, blah, blah. Lot of shite. But not shite about the claim, the sporting director. There are a number of sporting directors that have been linked with us. We're told that this sporting director will be in place this month. I suspect, I don't know, like, when we talk about hunches, right? Hunches and purely, like, this is the bit where people go, yeah, don't know what you're fucking I'm fucking telling you, it's a hunch. It's my opinion. Some people give a fuck. Listen, you're entitled to your opinion. Haters are entitled to an opinion. They are. The difference between their opinions and mine is I get paid for mine. Just remember that, all right? So get to fuck. Now, some people do appreciate my opinion, just like I appreciate the opinion of every person that comments on my videos sensibly. My hunch is that Edwards is everything's resting on him at the moment. And I suspect, do not know, but suspect that we could hear something like that. We're now on the, what date are we? We're about the 5th, aren't we? I think I'd be surprised if we heard something this week. But I think we might hear something within the next 7 to 10 days, which does include this week. I just think we're going to hear something. And I think it will just go boom like that. That's what will happen. I don't think we'll see a run up to it. And what I mean by that is daily reporting of what might be happening. I think we'll just see it like Ornstein, boom, Joyce, boom, both at the same time. And it'll come out and we'll all be like, there we go. All right. And that's how I like it, to be honest with you. I don't like all the fucking speculation and stuff. I prefer it when the club just gets things done. And in fairness to the owners, it is a tight ship at Liverpool now, but I think that's more so because they're not fucking there, you know what I mean? Right, that's it. Any thoughts on the sporting director situation? Have you got any recommendations? I know Spectre that watches my video. Best moderator in the world is Spectre. He's the ultimate cock talk moderator if you join the live streams. I can't do he does the alien thing, but I can't do it because I think I've got a broken finger. I'm going for an x-ray at 3 o'clock UK this afternoon. Spectre, he does post some good stuff in the comments. You should look. He's daft as a brush, like, but when it comes to commenting about Liverpool, he does have some good shouts about the sporting director situation. But I honestly, a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks, when it forward, I don't even know when it was. I didn't believe the initial approach rumours about. I did believe there'd been an approach for Edwards, but I thought it was part of the game. Like they knew they'd get. It's like, it's like oh look at her, she's fit as fuck, her man. Yeah. I'm gonna go and ask her out. I already know she's gonna fucking knock me back. Hey darling, fancy it? No, okay. I thought it was one of them situations. You know what I mean? No, she won't knock me back. I might be chubby in there. You know what I mean? Bit of a chubster. You know what I'm saying? But got a good personality. You know what I'm saying? The girls like the cheeky fellas. I'm telling you. But you know what I'm saying, all right? You know what I mean? I think they knew they were going to get knocked back. But now, I think the chance of Edwards taking the job right now, I would say, was 70%. I do. But it might not just be about his working conditions. I think that it could also be about his opinion over the manager. And if they can't be on the same page with who they want to manage the club, Edwards doesn't return. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's it, guys. I'm going to go and get something to scran. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you appreciate the video, please give it a thumbs up. It doesn't mean you agree with me. But yeah, just if you appreciate the video, give it a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment. Your comments are very important. And obviously, if you want to buy me a beer, or if you're a Muslim, a coffee, hit the super thanks button. I'll give you a shout out in my next video, always. And I will add your name to the list in the video description, which is there all year. So, is there anything else I want to talk about? Yes, I think there is one more thing, at least. So, have a great day, guys, and I'll hopefully speak to you real soon.